That's all, folks.
You requested it, so we rewound.
Previously on.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Face, and today we're gonna do this pretty basic because we have not got my man Black Crown and intro together yet, so we're all going introless. Let me just go ahead and bring in my boys Keys and Black Crown.
What's up, guys?
And of course, Hyper Combo, who is here with us in spirit. He's on a little vacation. So,
just like
how you guys' week been?
Well, on my end, it's been good, man. It's been busy. There's been quite a bit of news, especially for comics, man. We got Vanish. We got an Abomination. What seems to be in the trailer of Shang-Chi. So, Shang-Chi, sorry. But yeah, man. How about you?
Can't complain too much. Keys,
but
how you doing?
Everything's good, man. This is a key issue of an episode. This is Black Crown Comics' second appearance, man. Like, so come on now.
Right. Not quite as valuable as the first.
There you go. That's true.
But it still gets a premium in the aftermarket.
That's a perfect pairing. Perfect.
So, guys, yeah, like Black Crown said, it's we've had a lot of interesting news this week. I think we'll go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll jump in with one of the stories that I don't know if it's not one of the biggest probably, but it's probably one that has the most nostalgia for me. Ben Reilly taking over as Spider-Man again, and it sounds like this is going to be a future story arc, you know, that they're planning. I can't imagine that it's going to be permanent, but who knows? I mean, they've tried it before.
I definitely don't see it being permanent. I saw they leaked the news, or they obviously announced it on Marvel.com, and they were stating that Ben Reilly is going to be taking the mantle of Spidey. So with Spider-Man's current run coming to end, how does this happen? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, but I'm curious. I'm still seeking my first appearance of our famous Scarlet Spider. But yeah, we'll see where this goes, man.
You know, it's funny because I remember when I was pretty young, I remember seeing that maximum clonage, that like acetate cover. You know, I want to say it was probably, it might have been a wall book then or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I was pretty young, so.
Yeah, I think I've come across Web of Spider-Man 118 at least 1,000 times, but I want that 9.8. That's all I want. I just want that.
Right.
For the PC.
For sure. Keys, what do you think, man? Like, are you a fan of Ben Reilly?
I'm a huge fan of Ben Reilly, man. When he debuted with the sleeveless hoodie, bro, a sleeveless hoodie, you know how tough you got to be to pull that off? And he did no problem. Such a badass costume. And to be honest, I haven't read Amazing Spider-Man since this whole Kindred ordeal and run. So this might be a selling point for me to actually jump in and be like, okay, this is going to be the Clone Saga 2.0. What are we going to get here? So I might actually jump into Spider-Man now because of this.
Yeah, they definitely need something fresh for Spidey because like I said, even in the last episode, the Kindred story literally got me hooked. I'm like, okay, we might get something here. And then the big reveal was, you know who? And yeah.
I mean, it's a real huge surprise that Keys is a fan of the sleeveless hoodie, right?
Sleeveless hoodie, bro.
But you know, it seems like there's a lot of effort from Marvel lately to sort of, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I want to say get away from Peter Parker as Spider-Man, but at least have a lot of alternatives to Peter Parker as Spider-Man. You know, of course, we have Miles, you know, We got Spider-Gwen now, various other Spider-Women. So, there's a whole Spider universe. But Ben Reilly taking over as Peter Parker, or for Peter Parker in the main run, that's just, man, that's really like that's an, I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about it, man. I really am. I'm not.
Well, Face, look, I'll be honest. They definitely need a break. I think Peter needs a break. He definitely needs to, sit back and let something happen, because just take Venom, for example. Like, now we've got, Dylan, who's like, it's going to be refreshing to see. You know what I mean? Like, the Kate's run was awesome. It was great. But now it's like, all right, like I'm curious as hell to see where Dylan goes. You know what I mean? Especially with everything that took place, King in Black. So I do think we need something way more refreshing for Peter, man. So who knows? Maybe he's going to dip away and have a baby with MJ, man. And here we go. Who knows?
Well, yeah, and I mean, that's kind of like, I guess that's kind of what I was sort of, I don't know, I guess beating around the bush about. It's not just, I guess, Peter Parker. Like, They seem to be doing it to a lot of existing characters in Marvel. They're slowly, it seems like we're getting a Marvel Now push without having the announcement that they're doing Marvel Now, because it does seem like a lot of these younger characters are stepping up and finally, jumping in as full-time replacements of sorts, or at least, carrying their own books and everything like that.
Yeah, look,
this is like the first one really that it's like a full-on, it seems like a replacement, but it's not even Miles that's replacing him. It's Ben Reilly is someone who's been around for a few years now. So, but
I feel like Miles' story itself is already, it's established. It's looking good, and I think it would be cool to really develop, further into Ben Reilly. Like I was saying, Spider-Man's been around since like 1962 or something. You know what I mean? So like, I get it, man. It's time. We need something refreshing. For me, Spider-Man, I think the last story arc that really had me like, what the fuck? Sorry for swearing.
No, you're good.
Right.
I have a kid. I gotta resist on cursing, but no, for me it was really the Doc Ock story arc where he ends up taking over as Peter Parker, and it's just they swapped, and Doc Ock died. I don't know if you guys read that. It led up to
yeah, Superior Spider-Man.
Freaky Louie, that's
up
his thing right there.
And I think the switch happens at Amazing Spider-Man 700, and it was just so good. And then Superior Spider-Man came out, and then when they came back, I think we ended up getting Silk shortly after, and then that was it. You know what I mean? So for me, this is refreshing. I feel good as a Spidey fan. Like, this is good.
But see, even that though, like, and don't get me wrong, I did like the Superior Spider-Man run. It was an interesting take. It definitely had high points and low points and everything. But even that was another, it was another attempt at basically replacing Peter Parker as Spider-Man. I mean, and that's just kind of what he's gone through the last, I don't even fucking know how long, since Maximum Clonage, basically. It's been like an effort to just replace his ass one way or another, and never seems to take, and they always end up bringing him back.
Yep.
So, probably what we'll end up getting again, imagine you'll have, a run with Ben Reilly's, taking up the role for a while, and eventually, I think we're going to see Peter back in the role. People just aren't ready to give up on Peter Parker as Spider-Man yet.
Oh no, for sure. He ain't going anywhere.
Never.
Well, I mean, I guess that's really the big Spider-Man news. You can't really, it's been 2 weeks in a row now. We've had some pretty significant Spider-Man talk. Talked about the.
Speaking of Spider-Man, we mentioned Venom. Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, they came up with something. They dropped something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect segue right into their new book, Vanish. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. It's Donny Cates. He's a great hype man, but he does write some pretty good stories too.
Oh, 100%.
I won't lie and say that I've always been a fan of everything he's done. Some of his endings, some of his little twists have, left something to be desired, in my opinion. But listen, you're not going to win them all. I mean, not everything's going to be a hit, but he's definitely knocked some shit out of the park too, for sure.
Yeah, immediately when they announced it, I'll be honest, like the fanboy in me, I started like print screening, and I'm like, I'm gonna share this on my page and get some followers. And no joke, okay, I just did it, and Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman ended up commenting on it, and I was like, fangirl. I was fangirling.
I know, right? I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But immediately when I saw it, aside from snapping and getting some cheap PR, I saw the cover of Vanish, and I was like, man, it's got Codex vibes. That character, whoever it is, I don't know if it's the main character, but it looks cool.
Oh man,
definitely. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I actually have no idea what the premise of the story is, but I don't even really need a premise. It's Cates and Stegman hooking up again, so I'm definitely gonna be on it. And like Bleeker says here, we could definitely find some footage of face hating on Donny Cates. We probably can find some footage of face hating on some Donny Cates storylines. Like I said, not all of them have been my favorite, but yeah. I don't think anyone's stories ever have been. I mean, obviously there's always going to be high points and low points in anything. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not so into crossover. Like it.
Oh, it just heated up, man.
Yeah.
See, and actually, yeah, that's the other thing. I really like crossover. Like I love crossover so far.
I think I gave it like three issues, and I was like,
nah.
I still have them. I'm still collecting the run. I got to get into it, but
shoot.
It was kind of like back burner. Let me catch up on some others.
I think crossover is sort of like, it's one of those things where it sort of checks a lot of boxes if you're into a lot of deep dive indie cuts and stuff like that. I mean,
early image books.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I love that from crossover. I love the story. I'm very interested to see where it's going. But yeah, like a lot of those deep dive cuts that he hits on and everything too, really take it home for me. So but yeah, like Pacino Comics in chat said, Codex and Wraith. I mean, Codex, like, see, for me, Codex didn't bother me so much because that was, I mean, it was predictable for the most part, but it kind of really should have been, just with the setup that they gave and everything. Codex being predictable was kind of the route that was always going to take. The one for me was Virus. Like, yeah. I felt like there was so many better characters out there that they could have used than Matt Gargan, and then to just kind of get rid of him just as quickly as they brought him in.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody used a couple of the Virus Venom issues to make a graphic box to hold their books in.
right.
Oh, that's creative. It looked real nice, but no, I agree. For me, the Virus was definitely a disappointment. But I mean, right now it seems like this Vanish book that they're going to be releasing, there's no publisher. I don't know who.
Right. I was just going to ask.
Yeah, that's that. What I was.
So if this means it's Donnie with no strings attached, like, then he's just gonna put out whatever he feels like. This I'm very curious, you know what I mean? No restraints and nothing. So,
but you know what though, it doesn't even matter, because it's Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. If there's not a publisher yet, there fucking will be very quickly. You can rest assured.
Yeah.
So for those in the chat, Black Crown and Bricks released the Vanish information on Instagram. And I immediately went to chirping the characters, because they do kind of look like other characters in different comics. Like, for instance, someone already said Wraith and Codex is the main, and then there's like a knockoff Sentry, and I was just ripping them. And then the second Donny Cates commented on Black Crown Comics, I was like, oh no, no. And then Stegman came in, and I was like, oh shit.
You were looking for the swipe delete, right?
I was like, oh damn. I mean, I'm still gonna pick it up. I still love y'all, but damn.
No, I
It was
agree.
awkward.
There was even that one character on the far right side that had like this knockoff of Vulture.
It looked like a right, but red.
But I'm
and
curious.
wingless.
I'm curious. I have no idea what this is about, but I think it's gonna be cool, man. Like,
And the
Yeah,
new
for
character
sure.
has like a Strike Force pin, man. Like there's no
Yeah.
denying it. That's a Strike Force pin. I don't know.
It does look very similar, but you know, hey,
It's the same.
whatever. As long as the
Mhm.
story's up. Oh, the other issue that I do have with Donny Cates is Galactus is not your fucking stat point. Stop
oh,
that.
here we go.
Here it
I'm
is.
just saying. I'm
Here
just
it
saying. Like
Yeah.
that is not cool.
is.
Guys, we said it last episode. I don't know. I think, the whole Black Winter thing, don't give up on it, I guess. I'm still holding my slab.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely think we're gonna see Black Winter make a comeback. Who knows? Maybe it'll be in Vanish.
Oh, man. Or some knockoff.
But I can't wait to read it. And when those two guys get together, it's definitely an entertaining story.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure like any other story, there's gonna be parts of it that I love and parts of it that I hate. But that's part of the fun of reading it, So
Yep.
let's see what else we got. Some big news coming out of. Can you believe? Wait, we're gonna talk about this again. It's been over for months. We're now on the second series past it. Well, let's go ahead and bring up WandaVision again.
Oh, man.
Right.
Oh man, here we go.
The show's called
Here we
Previously On for a reason, right?
Oh,
The
Let's talk
internet
about
is
WandaVision.
nuts, man.
yeah. Honestly,
Yep.
Yeah,
give them
I'm
the
not
lowdown.
sure.
Give them the lowdown.
Man,
If
okay,
they don't know, let them know.
So apparently, what's going on with WandaVision is there's been a re-edit of the post-cut scene from the final episode.
Yep.
To include a silhouette, a blur, something flying down a mountain. It really looks like some shitty special effects too. I'm gonna be honest. Like watching it, I was like, wow, this is. I didn't even think it was real at first. I was like, oh, this is fake as fuck.
Maybe it's a poor edit. Who knows? But
Yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, no, I saw it. This is where Wanda's in the cabin, outside the cabin and in the cabin. There's like a little silhouette coming down the mountain. So if no one's seen it, go check it. There's people speaking on this. People are going bananas. They're saying that this is possibly Doctor Strange. I think it's a poor edit. Maybe, I don't know, a helicopter was passing by, but there's people specking, going bananas, and it's absolutely.
Yeah, and like I guess they've somebody's went and actually checked, and they've confirmed that this is now the actual post-credit scene that Disney Plus has up there. I didn't, because I don't fucking care enough.
I didn't change a thing, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, first of all, that's the thing. Like for me, okay, well, we already knew that WandaVision was leading into Doctor Strange, and yeah, the images that I saw of it, the silhouette does kind of look, like I guess it could be, very Doctor Strange-ish. So it doesn't really add anything as far as that goes. And second, what was the idea behind this? Like, I imagine who the fuck was watching back episodes of WandaVision and just happened to come across it? Like, they told somebody to go look at this shit, right? Like
that little
what was
blur,
the
and you're like,
intention
oh, that wasn't there before, man. Like,
yeah,
wow.
like we're on Loki now. Nobody was watching that shit.
Right. Firstly, highlight
Guys.
Pacino's comments, please, and then kick his ass out of this damn chat. Immediately.
Oh no, he's definitely saying that. He's definitely saying that. Look, all them Silver Surfer,
Oh yeah.
all them Silver Surfer number 3, way too early. Way too early.
You
Guys,
see that blur though? You see that blur though?
that blur, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. It is the
Gino
first
calling it.
appearance. It is the first appearance of Sue Storm in the MCU.
Yeah, right.
So, you're lucky there wasn't a little bit of green in there, because I swear
Right.
to God, it would have been dupe. But y'all lucky, lucky.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was just like a weird marketing strategy on their part. You know what? That was, I guess maybe that's the thing. Actually, it might have been a great marketing strategy on their point. Maybe WandaVision just wasn't getting enough views right now. They were like, you know what? Let's go change this fucking post-credit scene. We'll leak that shit, and everybody will go watch it again. So they probably just got fucking millions of views on that shit. I mean, it was probably genius, really.
It worked. It worked. I can't get mad at you.
Yeah, and they didn't even add anything new to the story, really. I mean, like, we already knew the shit was going into Doctor Strange anyway, so great. Oh man, I don't really even know what else to say about it.
Awesome player.
There's nothing to say. I don't know. I just think people are they're digging way too deep right now.
Just a bit.
But hey, if it ends up being something and I'm wrong, by all means, like pull up this footage and rip me, I guess.
Oh man.
I mean, like, yeah, I just, other than like the Doctor Strange link, I just don't even really see what it could be, So.
You know what? What if it's just like a weird template just to make it a little bit easier to edit the scene later on when they reuse it in another movie?
Could be.
Some sort of weird, yeah, maybe. So as of right now, it's nothing, but there's a little something in there that is ready to edit real quick. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Very possible, for sure. Speaking of Marvel shows, I mean, another week we got another new episode of Loki. We definitely got to talk about that. Have you guys seen the third episode?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think by this point we're probably all right with spoilers, but I'll go ahead and put a comment in chat just in case.
Spoilers. Yes.
Just go ahead and put a comment in chat in case anybody wants to avoid any potential Loki spoilers and they don't already know what's happened.
Yo, can we get Keys like a permanent jingle for whenever we have
I think we could definitely get that edited in somehow for sure. Yeah, we'll have to get that shit copyrighted and everything. All right, so if you guys haven't seen it,
mute.
Obviously, there's going to be some Loki spoilers that we're going to talk about. Episode 3. You know what? I didn't hate it, but it was very much felt like a filler episode to me.
Yeah.
Like there's I don't know. It's just it basically knew essentially where it kind of left you where you started with the story. I mean, now they're still stuck on this planet, still need a way off. I think everybody probably knows by now, having seen the I guess trailer or whatever that they released for episode 4. It looks like probably the TVA is gonna come in there somehow and scoop them up. I'm sure Mobius figures it out, where Loki went and all that, and comes in and saves them. And I say that because it looks like Sylvie is, in TVA custody for a minute. So, obviously to get to that point, yeah, we're gonna have to have them come in and rescue him. But I thought one of the go ahead.
Within the episode, didn't we just like figure out that like basically even the people working in TVA are pretty much variants?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the big news to come out of this episode. Yeah. Was that it sounds like all of the people working for the TVA themselves are variants or were variants, but they don't know it for one reason or another.
Because I keep looking back, and I know we all make fun of this whole Mephisto thing and whatnot, but there was in the first episode, like he's staring at the glass in the church when they're back in the past or whatnot, and obviously it's devilish and whatnot. So I keep getting a gut feeling that maybe Mobius is like a future Loki or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to piece who he is because.
Oh, that would be an interesting.
Or like take. Odin.
No, but if they're all variants, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that could definitely be an interesting take on it.
That's where I see this heading. I'm not too sure, but
can we just please book that although Loki, because this is Avengers 1 Loki, you know what I'm saying? He never had that chance to grow yet.
Yeah,
In these past 3 episodes, he's grown so much as a character.
Yeah, man, it's
But
wild.
In episode 3 is still so self-absorbed that the man loves himself, a variant of himself. Yo, you see him crushing on the other Loki?
Yeah.
That was weird, bro. Is that technically incest? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I know.
What is that?
You know what, man? You see, that's one of those ones where I feel like you just got to suspend your disbelief there for a minute and just treat them like separate characters or something. I'm not real sure where they were going.
Right? It was weird.
It's more like masturbation than incest, I guess.
Right? But I mean, guys, naturally, Loki seems to be very into himself, so it's not a
far out there. It's not a stretch.
Yep.
But man, that's weird, bro.
But no, I agree, man. He did grow pretty quickly within 3 episodes.
Very rapidly.
Yeah.
Whereas within the movies, like even in the beginning of Ragnarok, technically he was still a POS, right? He was.
Oh yeah.
But we sort of and the thing is though, we sort of knew we were going to get that kind of rapid character growth with him, that they were going to sort of catch him up to where Loki was when he left us.
Yeah.
And then one of the things I think that they did was, whenever they sort of gave him that highlight reel of his life or whatever afterwards, that kind of, I guess that sort of plays to that angle of that rapid character growth pretty quick and everything. Like he saw, what all he went through and everything like that. So,
but I think for me the highlight of the episode was definitely when the whole timeline just exploded, and it was like multiple universes, multiple timelines and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? So I'm very curious to see where that goes. And
like, okay, now this shit's gonna really get good. We're gonna start seeing all these different timelines and everything.
Yeah. So I agree, filler episode for sure, but it felt like, it was meant to set that up. You know what I mean? And now I think we're gonna be in for a ride moving forward.
Yeah, I will say though, so far it feels like this series should be much longer than 6 episodes. Like,
right?
I feel like there's a lot of ground to cover left, and only 3 episodes left. Man, that's It sounds like it's going to wrap up fast, but the beautiful part is that they have not ruled out Loki season 2, so could definitely see that going forward.
And another thing in the comment section, if you could pull up Freaky, I agree 1000%, man. Loki singing, that was awesome.
Right?
Man.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yep.
When he smashed the glass and said another one, I was like,
right. Which, that was, of course, a callback to Thor.
Yeah.
When Thor does it first coming to Earth and everything like that. So,
and I think he even screams another. And I was like, that's amazing.
Right, exactly. I think one of the other cool things in that episode was when they were running and the tower starts to fall and everything like that. And, Loki uses his powers to sort of push it back up and everything like that.
Yeah, that was wild. I will be honest. Like, I don't know. I was watching it on my 4K TV, and it did seem a little.
Oh, minor flex.
No, it's not a flex. It's not a flex. I'm calling out the CGI. I was like, all right. See, it seemed a little cheap, but it was okay.
True. Plus, he was like OP at that moment. You haven't seen him fling back up an entire building in like ever, and then all of a sudden, he just out of nowhere, boom.
Yeah.
All this power.
Right.
Where was that before?
And see that, that was the thing. There was a lot of fan theories out there, I guess, about like how he did that, because it really hasn't been representative of his power so far. So there's a lot of theories that maybe he has a time stone and everything like that. But that would present problems in itself unless they change the rules of the time stone, because even if he does have a time stone, he would have to have the exact time stone for whatever, reality he's in, according to the way that the Infinity Stones work in Marvel. So, it just, I don't know if that theory is going to play out too well, but, they could definitely change the rules on it.
Unless he magically stole one from the guy at the TVA office there in the desk. He had like 9,000 time stones and whatever.
Right?
You had all your Infinity Stones.
Yeah, just grab the right one conveniently. I don't know. But yeah, it was a filler episode. I mean, it had its fun moments. It wasn't the best. episode overall in the series for sure. And it didn't even, you know what the thing is, it didn't even really move the story forward all that much, other than that one pretty key piece of information. You know that's going to be big down the road for sure.
Yep. And who knows? Like, I know normally they, like, once something happens in the timeline, they reset the timeline. That was an explosion of timeline. So I don't know what ends up happening there. We'll see.
Yep, for sure. I'm definitely can't wait to see the next episode. So.
Yep.
Facts.
And of course, yeah. Coming after Loki, there's a couple projects that are coming out. One of them being Black Widow, which we know we're getting. We know what that's pretty much going to be. Is a prequel. And then after that, we're going to be getting Shang-Chi movie. And I think that was probably the biggest story of the week. I think was getting that second Shang-Chi trailer and seeing some of the different things that are going to show up in this movie. A couple surprises for sure. Did you guys have seen the trailer, right?
Oh yeah,
and I've seen all the talks after the trailer too.
Yeah, Wong versus Abomination.
But okay, listen.
That's interesting.
Here's the thing, okay? Because yes, it seems like this is an Abomination, for sure.
It looks like him.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight up.
Ever since, like, literally the trailer drops and then people start going bananas, right? They start speccing. You go check Tales to Astonish 90, and I went on eBay and I was just checking the last sales after the trailer. Literally shortly after, like, it sold at like a 9. I think it was like a 9.4 or something like that. Sold at like 4,500 Canadian, and literally prior to that, like prior to the trailer, a 9.4 sold at like $1,500.
Shoot.
So it was a $3,000 like boom just because of that. So it's like, this is what I keep saying, man. It's madness, absolute madness. But I hope for whoever bought that, it is Abomination. But I don't think that's really his first appearance in the MCU, right?
No, well, it's definitely not his first appearance in the MCU because that Hulk movie with Edward Norton is still
relevant
to the MCU.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
So I don't.
I'll be honest.
I don't get the jump, like the price jump. Sorry.
Right. And I'll be honest too, because like I was watching Newbie's show last night. I was at work, so I didn't get to be on, but I was watching, and actually I caught the part where Newbie and Hyper, were talking about this, and Newbie had actually mentioned a while back I'm pretty sure it was one of his videos that we did on his channel. That Tales to Astonish 90 was a book that I was specking on and everything like that. And I'll be completely honest, I was specking on it. Would never have predicted that this is the way that it would have come about. It's pretty cool that it did, but that fucking jump is insane. And yeah, I'm definitely glad that this is a book that I was going after.
Like I said, I don't get it because it's not like he's been in the MCU prior, so the jump overnight kind of like. I
think it's probably has a lot to do with the faith that people have in Kevin Feige and the stuff that they're doing over there, collectively in the MCU now. Like, yeah, that first Hulk movie is technically part of the MCU, but the MCU wasn't really, I guess, established as a thing too much yet. So it's kind of one of those things where now anything and everything that MCU adjacent, even, it seems like is going to catch fire.
Great for the sellers, terrible for the buyers, man.
Yeah, well, I guess that just depends on what end you get in on.
Yep.
I grabbed that Tales to Astonish for I grabbed several of them for less than $100. So
it's several.
it worked out all right. I mean, well, it's been a couple months that I was, going after this book and everything like that. So
Get to flipping.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm no longer fucking buying. That's for sure. I'm no longer buying. I'm out of that market. That price jump is a little high for me, and I have enough copies. I'm good.
There you go.
So, it is a very unexpected place for Abomination, more so I'll say, than Wong to show up. It's very odd to see Wong and Abomination paired together in a fight scene.
Right? Like what?
Crossing my fingers for Wong. And,
Yeah.
because the thing is, I mean, other than using the magic and everything like that, obviously Abomination would crush Wong in like a straight up fucking fist fight or anything like that.
For sure.
Now, obviously Wong has the ability that he can magic him away or whatever, but
that's about it.
I was reading somewhere that it's got to do with, I guess, a tournament that's taking place. And man, that pairing seems so fucking odd to me. Like, why would you even?
It's the prelude to Secret Wars.
Oh man, hey!
I have no idea, man. It seemed very like UFC style too, right? It looked like
right.
It was going down, but
that's the thing. Given the premise and everything, I can't see how Wong makes it through this in good shape.
No idea, man. He's gonna have to use his magic to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they didn't just add Abomination into the movie to get beat up by fucking Wong. Like, realistically, that's not going to happen. So,
but just in case it does, sell your copies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Crown said, "Sell them now. Sell them to me."
There you go. I'll take one.
Man, what about this underwater dragon thing, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's another good one to touch on. Because there's obviously been some speculation about the dragon and the possibility of it being or relation to Fin Fang Foom. And I guess there has been merch released. It looks like the dragon is probably not going to be Fin Fang Foom, but will be another member of the same species, possibly.
Like a cousin or something. That's blessed.
Yeah, maybe a drunk uncle. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
I'm not too sure. Like, I don't know too much about it, but I did see there was a like a Funko Pop released of the dragon, and it says the Great Protector.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend I know about the Great Protector or any of this. So if anyone has any info, cool. But I don't think it's gonna be anything more than that. No idea.
Yeah.
The thing that I think for me, the biggest takeaway from it, as far as the dragon goes, itself, is it's actually a combination of things. Like, there's been talk now about a lot of the Netflix properties having come back to Marvel, and we know Kristen Ritter and Charlie Cox are, I guess, likely to resume their roles as, Daredevil and Jessica Jones without the attachment to the Netflix stuff that's come before. But Mike Coulter as Luke Cage and his name escapes me, the actor that played Danny Rand. They are not coming back. So the reason that I think that plays into the dragon in Shang-Chi is because the dragons and everything are tied very heavily into Iron Fist, which is obviously very heavily tied into that whole martial arts aspect of the Marvel universe. So bringing in these dragons kind of sort of opens up a potential doorway to readdress, maybe recast, or even redo Iron Fist too. So,
I got you.
That's
okay.
I'll take it. I mean, I wasn't. I wasn't too fond of the series, to be honest with you. I don't know if you guys were fans, but definitely want to keep Daredevil. That was a great series. So was Punisher, right? But no, I didn't dip too into the Iron Fist series, man. I found it was.
Yeah, see, I love Daredevil, Jessica Jones. I was even a fan of Luke Cage. You know, especially the first half of the first season it was great. Iron Fist, boy, yeah, I not so much. I don't know, man. Something about it just didn't really. It didn't really seem like Iron Fist to me at all. But then again, Netflix did redeem themselves with The Punisher after that too. So, you know, of course, then there was The Defenders, and that was a pile of shit too.
We'll talk about that. We want to talk about that. We want to talk about that.
Whatever.
Guys, I'm just I'm throwing it back and reliving the moment in Punisher when he just takes Jigsaw's face in the glass.
All right.
Yo, it was a great series. Like I really hope they continue with him, man.
It was, but Jigsaw kind of fucked me up because like they were so averse to like hurting his face at all, and that's the whole premise of the character.
Yeah, I know.
It was kind of weird that they wanted to go that route with it, but whatever.
Yep.
You know, I'm glad to see the characters that they're bringing over to the MCU. I wouldn't have minded Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. I'm glad that you know they're looking at possibly recasting or whatever Iron Fist. No offense to the actor, that just it shouldn't, that him in that role should have never really been a thing. I mean, he's just not Danny Rand at all. So, you know, one of those things. But I do like that that it is a potential avenue that they could take to you know reintroduce Iron Fist into the MCU.
I would like to see that, sincerely.
For sure. What else we got this week as far as news, guys? Anything you guys want to address or talk about that's come up in the comics world?
Well, you got Vinyl right there, man. I don't know if you guys read that yet, but that was a great read. I didn't dip into Spawn yet, but Vinyl was awesome, man.
I picked it up like a leap of faith, and glad I did, man. That was right up my alley.
It's so good. It's
colorful.
You were actually saying that the character reminded you of a certain someone. Say it.
Mr. Magoo's of serial killers.
Yo, it's so like well done, man. I don't know if anyone here in the chat actually read it, but it was so good. I really enjoyed it.
Man, the death cult, creepy as could be.
Yeah, I'm curious as hell for the next one.
Right.
So.
I'm gonna be honest. I have it. I have not read it yet. I'm gonna have to read that one. You guys should talk about it. Yeah, I'm still catching up on some of my reading for the week. So
this is read of the week right here, man. I don't care what anyone says. This is read of the week.
Oh yeah,
oh man, yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out then for sure.
Actually, you know what, Black Crown. Now you know since you're here right now, I gave Radiant Black a second shot.
Oh yeah.
And I did read. I'm caught up now. And I believe it was issue 4.
Yep.
Completely revived this for me because every single thing I hated in issue 1, 2, 3,
really
they fixed in 4. I hated it. It was. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is such a sad character. I don't like this. I don't like that. And all of a sudden, I'm like, no, you did do that. And then I kept around like, all right, I'm on. I'm in now. I'm in.
Literally, I did my FOC this morning, and I think I even sent you guys a picture or not, or no, it was for a different series. But literally, I went on that second print for number 5, and I just started to up the order. I'm like, yep,
yeah,
yep. It's a great series.
Yeah, man, it definitely is. There's twists and turns for sure.
But I was speaking with Bricks in our Vulture group that we have on the side, and from my understanding, they're going to be expanding this entire universe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. The plan is Radiant Black is sort of just the start of.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing the 1 in 25s, man.
Nah, they don't tell me what ratio.
Yes,
I just jumped on this train.
Pacino got the 1 in 25 from our LCS. So I was like, man, now he made me want one. They're real nice, man.
For which issue?
It was issue 5, the 1 in 25. It was super nice.
Issue 5. Let me check one of my stores around here. They might still have one.
Hook it up.
I'll check. I'll have to check for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely loving the Radiant Black series for sure. I've been on it since day one, and yeah, I'm picking up fucking all the reprints, all the incentives. I've been grabbing exclusives, and I love this series, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it here on the screen. Hold up.
Let me
blow them up.
How do I? Nope, that's not it.
I was close. That was close. Just gotta do the exact opposite of that one.
But how do I change which one it is though? That's what.
That's fine, man. I think you see it in the small screen, but regardless, like it's so. This is the 1 in 25. It's so beautiful.
It's fine.
There we go.
There it is.
Boom.
That's the hotness.
Damn you, Pacino.
Radiant.
Yeah, yeah. Those incentives on that, man. They've been killing those covers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
what else we have?
Backstreet Boys.
We can do that.
Backstreet.
Mostly because I'm too lazy to fuck with it and try and figure out how to go back to the original one. Whatever.
Keys, you ready, Keys? Spoilers.
I should probably put more effort into this at some point for sure. I should get on StreamYard and mess around one day and figure this stuff out. But today's not that day. So
nah.
Yeah, no. So let's see what else we got. Keys, you got anything? I know you are big on vinyl, so that was definitely one you were going to touch on for sure.
Yeah, man, that was beautiful. Spawn, great for new readers. Kind of cheeses to people that have been on it for a while. That Spawn's universe. It was good. It was good, but it didn't progress much. Okay, not a whole lot that I wanted. It was to catch up.
But it launches the Spawn universe, right?
Didn't even launch it well. It just introduced like 2.5 characters, 2.5. No spoilers.
Okay, but I was
like, okay.
I was under the impression basically the number ones are taking off out of this.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is how that's working, I guess.
Most likely.
I grabbed it. I'm not gonna lie, I have it, but I have not read it yet either. So
plus those covers were fire, so it was hard for me to choose one.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of good covers for that one too.
Yo, it comes out to like about $8 Canadian. So I got one of each cover.
See,
right?
Gunslinger rapping, you know what it is, boys. You know.
Yo, and getting J. Scott Campbell on those covers is a genius, man.
Yo, right? He killed. I think he had 4. I think he had 4 covers.
I think there was 4 mains.
Yep.
4 mains, a blank, a shit ton of incentives.
Yep.
Probably exclusives. I don't remember. Were there exclusives for it?
I didn't see.
I don't think so.
No.
I didn't see any. No.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, just the mains and the incentives. That's not too bad.
But for the incentives, I think there was only the sketch. Though that was it. I didn't see any other ones.
Okay. Well, that's not a whole lot. So, yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. It was, because it was a higher price for a Spawn book, I guess. Usually Spawn's what, $2.99, I think.
Cheapest one, bro. Like, come on.
But Keys, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a book, Spawn 319, dropping this week, right? That like pretty much sets up what's coming in. Spawn universe. So.
Yo.
Speaking of, that's perfectly good segue into our new comic book day portion where I can fuck up more sharing of the screen.
All right.
I think you're doing great. Man.
Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm. And actually, you know what? Before we even jump into it, I will say, we'll go ahead and mention for new comic book day this week, Spawn 319 was on my list, but for some reason that picture did not download.
That was the best cover, bro.
I know, man. That fucking Violator cover too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why the picture did not download it correctly. So
I think that guy's Norwegian or something, the artist, but he's been doing some fire with these covers, bro.
Yeah,
like, oh my god, Borch or whatever his name is, or I definitely destroyed that pronunciation, but you know what I'm saying. Jorn. Fire. And you know what? For anyone that's watching, if you're in Ontario, this dude looks like Doug Ford on the cover, man. Doug Ford is our premier of Ontario. Yo, and I'm telling you right now, it looks like a Jack version.
Yo, you're accurate as hell.
Yo, right? Right?
Wow.
I'm even
So
trying to pull this
the
up.
Canadian secret police are gonna be knocking on you guys' door.
Oh, man, in a heartbeat.
It's fucking Doug Ford.
It is Doug Ford, man. It's Doug Ford.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. So another one for New Comic Book Day, and I just kind of lumped them all together. You know, as far as we'll just do New Comic Book Day all at once, and then we'll just do FOC all at once, rather than just going through lists and everything like that. Who's and all that good shit. So.
I got fun. We all
Because a lot
have
of
similar lists.
Yeah, well, because we're several of us are on a bunch of the same books that we think are going to be worth picking up.
We got good taste.
Right, exactly. So
Maybe not Hyper. I'll play.
Hyper, we miss you.
Yeah, yeah.
We miss you so much, Hyper. For sure, he definitely cannot wait till Hyper comes back. He got me on those Street Fighters.
Y'all fools for that one.
Yo,
bro, I didn't even know about it. He told me about it. I was like, oh shit, I need to grab these.
I went hentai on us today, man. It was
Yo,
crazy.
actually, bro,
It was crazy.
I was sitting at work. I turned on the group chat. I was like, whoa, hey, looking around like, hey, all right, we're gonna turn this back off again. Like,
bro, no, those covers were fire.
You just see Keys' boss in the corner. He's
He was like, hold on, wait, let me see that. What you got going on over there? For sure, it's dope, man. They did a whole shit ton of those books in like the mid to late 90s for like every different series you could think of. They even did them for Marvel and shit, So seeing that, I was like, oh my god, man, that's crazy. They're bringing those back. Hey, whatever. I picked them up. But yeah, New Comic Book Day picks. Department of Truth number 10. I'm gonna be honest. This one kind of looks and sort of, I don't know, from the synopsis, kind of has the feel of like maybe sort of a filler issue.
Yo,
on the Bigfoot trail.
Yo, first appearance of Bigfoot.
But see, that's the other thing though with Department of Truth, man. You just fucking never know. Like it seems like this might be just completely a filler issue, and then who knows? This could be.
All right, for those in the chat, I am waiting for one appearance in this book, and that shit's gonna take off like no tomorrow.
I know who.
And
the Loch Ness Monster.
No, the Beast.
Oh.
You're waiting for Elvis.
Oh god, yo.
Oh, that's coming, man.
Is there any way to remove that comment?
Yeah.
So we could, see Black Crown. See his face. I need to see this expression. I can't tell if he's serious.
Hold on, I'm hiding behind.
So you're waiting on one first appearance?
Yeah, this thing called the Beast, which I hope to God they touch on, because in all actuality, it's actually the manifestation of the creator of the Lady in Red. So like that's going to be huge if they go down that path. Because she is actually
yeah.
She is actually like what's it called? Thelma is part of a religious cult called Thelma in real life. So like once he comes, that's just gonna blow up. So don't sleep on that if he does come. The Beast. Remember that, guys.
I sincerely haven't read since I think it's issue 8 that I left off. But
good issue.
Yep. That's where I stopped, but I definitely want to pick up. I have 9. I'm gonna pick up 10, but to be honest with you, that cover B is a beauty.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this suit is there's so many good covers on this series to include, the incentives and
they're flying off the shelves, man. These exclusives are even like it's crazy.
Oh, I know,
man. The Venom 3 homage. There's even a oh my god, is it this one or is it the next one?
I just picked up the Notorious B.I.G. one.
I hate you so much.
12, yeah.
There's two of them.
I picked it up with one of the guys in the chat over here, Marcel, and we got together. We got it, and then I go back to hit refresh, and it sold out. I was like, shit.
Bruh,
those things went quick.
Yeah,
it
super
went
nice
quick.
too.
Nice.
I was definitely lucky to grab one of those.
But I'm getting there with my hip hop ones, man. I've got my Eminem one from Department of Truth 7. I don't know if you saw that one.
Well,
there's another one. There's two Eminem ones.
Yeah.
Slim Shady LP or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I think it was on the next issue.
Picked up that one with Pacino, and now got that one. So they're dropping a Metallica one. That one's gonna be sick. I can't wait.
I don't remember if it dropped or not. I can't remember what issue it was supposed to be on. There was a Queen homage.
Guys, any cover, metal, rock and roll, I'm sold. I don't even care. I'm buying it. That's
Oh man, yeah. They well, there's been a couple movie homages on this now.
Yeah, man.
What else? Shit. I was trying to remember. There's another one that they did too. I can't remember. Yeah.
You know what? It's safe to say that their cover A game, little weak. It's good. It's good enough. It does the job, but those variants, those exclusives, holy shoot, that's all fire.
I know.
But you know what though? See, that's the thing though, because they're cover A's. Honestly, it's unfortunate, but they don't even have to be good because they are cover A's.
That's
so
facts.
Majority of comic buyers are cover A comic buyers.
Oh, for sure.
Don't worry about all that, other stuff. So the cover A's are always going to sell. They don't really have to necessarily put as much effort into, that A cover. But yeah, I do love a lot of the other covers that they've been doing. I still grab the A's. I have one or two of each issue that come out. So.
For me, it's routine now. Whenever the Department of Truth hits the shelf, you get an A, B, C, and then whatever else you could grab.
Exactly.
The D.
Nana.
Yes.
Nana.
Whoa.
Keep it clean.
All right. Let's see. Now, go on to the next one.
230, man. Looks like I'm not getting that cover anytime soon. Shit.
It was probably Marcel who posted it at 2:30. Yes.
I hope he got every cent of that too. I hope he gets every cent of that. All right. So another new comic book they picked. And I know this is another one that I'm definitely picking up too. Of course, I'm pick up almost every fucking thing, but whatever. Teen Titans Academy Yearbook 2021. It sounds like it's a long way to say it's an annual. It's an annual issue. It's Teen Titans annual. But I think the big thing as far as this issue goes is going to be, well, at least some further development on the Red X story and finding out who he is. And,
but it's weird because I read that it's like a partial origin story. So I don't know what partial means.
Right. How's that?
It would be weird if it would take place in two issues to explain his full origin. But I'm all on board. I'm gonna definitely grab this one. I want to know who he is. It's starting to get at me. I want to know.
Who's your guess? If you had to make a guess.
Well, we all said Tim last time.
I'm on the Clown Hunter.
Which, addressing that specifically, I actually just read an article before the show here in regards to this specific issue. And, I guess it was an advanced review. So it sounds like without giving too much away, the information that we're going to get out of it is not who Red X is. We're not going to find out who Red X is in this. So we're going to find out some people that it's not.
Yeah.
Which is apparently it's none of the Robins. So Tim is out.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with that, man. I'm good with
now,
that.
Now I don't know how much accuracy can be put into that article necessarily, but
yeah.
You know, yeah.
I'm guessing it was from Screen Rant.
But you know, see, okay, so here's something else with this too. This Red X thing is it's very similar situation to like Kindred, except that obviously, you know, it's not going on nearly as long as Kindred. But again, Red X is kind of one of those things now. It's been playing out for a while over several issues in several series that, you know, his identity is a thing. But the thing is, with Red X, the thing that I like about it and enjoy more than Kindred is we keep getting a little bit more development on his story. Like there's little hints here and there, and he's still taking a focus. Like when they introduced Kindred, you know, they did that first initial stuff with him, and then he kind of fucking disappeared for like 25 issues, showed up again for 2 seconds, disappeared for another fucking 25 issues, and then all of a sudden, like, we're supposed to give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, I think this one's playing out a lot better, even though they are kind of at this point dragging out the ID reveal a little bit. You know, and just the way they've gone about it seems to have worked better for me as far as the story goes. So even if I do find out that you know that's accurate, it's not going to be one of the Robins. I think I'm still on board for it. I want to find out at this point who it is. As long as it doesn't get too strung out, you know what I mean?
But honest question, how would you guys feel if it's not somebody we already know and it was somebody like fully new? You know what I mean? Get a whole new character.
That's cool, man. That's cool with me.
Like, what if he's just somebody we don't know?
Well, it kind of feels like what would be the point in hiding the identity then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like there wouldn't be much.
But like what I mean by like a whole new character is like I'm just using an example. He's like, I don't know, the son of Two-Face or something. You know what I mean? Like somebody totally new.
You heard it here first. He's the son of Two-Face.
Okay, but, right. But the thing is, even if it was like they, you know, a completely new character, it just they wouldn't even need to really bother hiding his identity at that point because we still wouldn't know who the fuck he was until he told us anyway. Man. You know, even if they did know who it was.
I don't even know who you are.
So, unless like he was somehow born with like half his face scarred, then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the son of Two-Face. I mean, I don't know why that would happen, but
yeah, no, just you know, I'm curious because obviously I'm always for new characters, you know what I mean? But like I hate like I guess the Kindred thing just burned me, like I said last time. It was disappointing to see that reveal. So I kind of felt like if Kindred was a whole new character, I would have been like, yo, this still works, you know what I mean? This is cool. I want this to keep rolling. And I kind of feel the same way about Red X. Like I get it, he's hiding his face and whatnot, but I would be okay if it was a whole new character. That's all I'm saying. Like I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind at all either.
Yeah.
Or Clown Hunter.
All right, so moving on to the next one. This one's convenient because it's right beside it, so I don't have to worry about going over a whole bunch of other books. I think. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of new characters, another new comic book day. Pick for United States of Captain America #1. And I guess it sounds like I'm going to be honest, I haven't read a whole lot into this series or what it's actually about. I know there's going to be some new appearances in it and everything like that. So I was picking it up based on that alone, to be honest. Marvel with new appearances, so I'm grabbing it. But it's from what I'm hearing and the things that I have seen, it looks like it's more kind of like stories of people that were inspired by Cap, I guess.
Yeah.
More than like other superheroes, I guess. Like these people may not necessarily have powers or, you know, super soldier serum or anything like that, but like Cap has inspired them to in some way pick up the shield, so to speak, and I guess fight crime in their neighborhoods or something like that.
Yep. It's a
And I'm not sure if
cross-country
that's
trip.
yeah, right. I'm not sure if that's the focus of the series or what, but it does sound like that's the idea behind the new characters that are going to be involved.
I mean, this guy, this first appearance, Aaron Fisher, is the Captain America of the railways. I don't even know what the fuck that means. He's a conductor. He's not a captain. He's a conductor at that point in time, bro.
But maybe no. I mean, like maybe they're looking at like sort of like one of the early railway industry workers, I guess, by his design and everything. You know, like he was out there, you know, knocking beams in the ground and shit to lay the tracks and everything like that. That's kind of like the appearance that he has to me, more than anything.
I still don't get it, but I got you.
I mean, hey, I don't know, just some different takes on Captain America, I guess. I'm not sure how they play out or how they're involved in the story, but you know, it's Marvel. First appearances. I'm sure it's going to be people are going to be grabbing it, you know, just based on that. And then, of course, you know, there's also the Alex Ross covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wraparound, if I'm not mistaken, eh?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yep. So make sure you grab 2 copies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I guess another key point to the character that Brooks is saying is that he's part of the LGBT community. So
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, though, we saw the character on a cover of Voices, the Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. There was. Yeah, he did have an appearance or a cameo in Voices. So yeah, this isn't even the first appearance, actually.
All right, issue 2 was the first appearance of someone else.
Yeah, right. Actually, yeah, sounds like it. Well, hey, I mean, it's at least a continuation of that appearance or whatever, I guess. So, get more to the story.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the new character that they're bringing in. Like I said, it just seems to me like it's just a different take on Captain America. So, okay, cool. I guess. I mean, I'll pick it up.
Take it.
Marvel, you know, I got to grab it. So.
At least it's not a new Iron Man.
I'll pick up a new Iron Man appearance. Newbie would be fucking eternally heartbroken, though.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely does not want that, his Iron Man getting replaced. All right. Oh, I like this one. This one was mentioned last night on Newbie's channel also. For the new comic book they picks. And I think this series is going to be pretty good. If I ever get it up here. There we go. And there's you know, of course, several exclusives.
Oh yeah.
Too. So yeah, I know this is one that you had mentioned that you're picking up.
Yep, I'm all over it. I'm definitely picking up a cover B as well. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Pretty nice.
Yep, definitely.
The story seems interesting. If I'm not mistaken, it's Vault, right? This is under.
Right.
You are correct.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's a number 1. You can never go wrong. I'm seeing a lot of talk about it too on the interwebs. So
yeah. There's definitely a lot of people that sounds like that they're gonna, you know, be grabbing this series. There's some earlier reviews out there that say it's pretty good. So
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time I saw it, it gave me like Conan vibes at first.
Right.
Like, okay.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, it's sort of like a Conan type book. You know, something along those lines.
Yeah. But
I enjoy Conan, so I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. And then yeah, people started really talking about it, and seems like this one could be taken off for sure.
Yep, we'll see. But I don't know. I'm reading into the description of the book, and I'm like even more inclined. So I think it'll be just fine. we'll be talking about this one on next week for sure.
Yeah, I think we will. It sounds like this is going to be a hit. And like I said, there are earlier reviews out there, so it seems like it's not baseless either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of times where we go into these comics, with sort of basically just a synopsis and the cover image, and it's like, okay, that sounds cool. The cover looks cool. All right, let's give it a shot, and then it's fucking trash. But
Yeah.
But
happen.
if I'm not mistaken, I've seen there's even been a few exclusives done for it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing with the earlier reviews and the exclusives coming out for this. I mean, it looks like a pretty sure hit.
Yep. The hype is real.
And we got Dan De La Torre joining us. Finally, he had just been on Spine Ticks this weekend. So if you guys have not already seen that episode, definitely head over there, check it out. Dan showing up over there. They're talking about Bronze and Silver Age comics, and Moonlit Comics is also appearing on there. So great episode they did the other night. So if you guys haven't seen it, for sure, go over there and check it out when you have time. But yeah, actually, Bricks was just saying in chat about the polybag. Yeah, I was actually curious about that one too. I wasn't sure I didn't know there was a polybag issue coming out for that. I feel like I'm about to go look into that now.
You don't even like polybags. Oh, come on.
You know what? I don't. I will. I'll cut it out of the polybag and everything like that. But still, I'm gonna have to grab it because it's probably gonna be a dope ass cover.
True. That's a fact.
But I don't think it was on FOC for, at least for myself, because I remember when I was checking there was only 3 covers. I just checked on previews now, and yeah, there's a cover D polybag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So time to hunt that down.
Right? Interesting. Wait. So did that come? How did that work? Because this is coming out next week, right?
It's coming out this week.
This week, man, the 30th.
Or yeah, this week. I mean,
2 days, baby, 2 days.
It's arriving in shops, I guess, tomorrow. They gotta start stocking it, or today. I don't know. But it's out there. It's out
now
there.
I gotta find out if I ordered that fucking thing.
Well, if not, I think it looks like Pacino might be getting one, so we'll go after him for one.
There we go.
Right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I just don't remember that polybag issue offhand. Right. So let's see. More new comic book days picks. Got a couple of them this week. This is another great series, and actually, this is another one that honestly, like people had been talking about it for a long time, but it was actually Hyper that got me to finally get into Kanto.
Yep, same.
It took me a while to jump on it because I was like, I don't know, the all ages thing. I don't know if I'm feeling that. But he finally got me to pick it up, and yeah, I've been hooked on Kanto since. It's a nightmare tracking them down in the aftermarket, for sure.
I think, yeah, definitely the first series. This Kanto is the final issue of this story arc, right?
Yeah, I think this is going to be the last issue, and
then we've got Lionheart.
Lionheart.
Lionhearted or whatever. Yeah, that one's dropping soon. So I'm curious, man. Like, I haven't read this entire arc. I have been pulling them. Like I said, that life gets in the way. You gotta find those key times to read. But yeah, no, Kanto is this story arc is the only one I'm missing to catch up on, and I'm curious to see where this is going.
Yeah, I guess this is more of like kind of like a filler arc, sort of, but. It's still been a great story. I'm loving it so far. So it's only 3 issues. Yeah, you can't really go wrong grabbing it. So, Keys, I'm sure you're picking up Kanto, right? You've learned your lesson.
Yeah.
No, I still haven't learned yet. I haven't read the first issue. I have issue 1 and 6 from the first series. I haven't opened them at all.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll jump on eventually.
We're gonna have to use you jumping on Kanto, Keys, and it really is. It's a good series. You'll like it. Definitely. Your style.
I'll give in to peer pressure.
I know you will.
Yeah.
See what else we got for new comic book days.
Oh man. Oh snap. Man, you gotta throw crossover up in there.
Oh, it's coming. Wait.
Oh, my bad.
The crossover's on FOC, right?
I was thinking 7th issue. I think
Yeah.
it comes out.
I think there's the whole wanted or missing of like Chip or something on the cover.
Oh yeah. Actually, yep. We can mention that. I actually do not have a picture of that then, but yeah, we'll go ahead. Okay, before we jump into crossover, might as well go ahead and mention this one. This is, let's see, what the fuck is the whole name of this thing? Mighty Morphin or Power Rangers
Unlimited, #1.
Oh, it's just the Unlimited. This isn't like no Heir to Darkness or any of that bullshit.
Possibly, but if I'm not mistaken, this is it's the first appearance of a Phantom Power Ranger who seems to be on the cover, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, I believe that is some kind of new Power Ranger.
But the cover B, the Ewan is actually connecting to the first one of the Power Rangers Unlimited. So
okay.
Definitely going to be seeking that one too. Connecting covers. Hyper's not here.
Yeah, God.
That was the one that had the Astronomer cover by Jenny Frison that got huge.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a fan of Power Rangers, so I'm gonna pick these up. I like that they're expanding the lore and the backstory of the Power Rangers. And it's sort of taking more of like more adult. They're hitting more adult themes and stuff like that. It's not
well, it's been wild. I don't know if you're reading the main story, but like it's really
for sure.
It's changed. You got that.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the Green Ranger is now.
Yep.
He's green.
Yep, Mr. Matt. But it's a great run. I think the story's phenomenal. It seems that the universe keeps expanding, and now this is
definitely not the TV show.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yo, TV show is still the you know what, but
right.
I still get excited when they start morphing and shit. But
there's a lot more depth in the comics and a lot more lore, a lot more history.
Yeah, it's day and night, man. And sincerely, like I was saying, the current run is really like it's bringing fire. It's a great run. It's a great series. I really recommend it if people aren't on it. This current issue right here that Face has up is actually a first appearance. So, you can't go wrong picking up a copy for sure. And I really encourage everyone to read it. It's a really good run.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Even these side stories, like they did they did one with I think Draken a while back. Then they did Ranger Slayer. After that, of course, the Astronomer one. And now this one. So far they've all been solid stories in the Power Ranger universe too, and they've all expanded. What's going on and everything too. So
I will say that when it first I think it was at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 55 where it stopped, and then they started Mighty Morphin, and then they started Power Rangers, and it was annoying the hell out of me to have to keep track of what the hell was going on. But I totally understand as to why they did that, and like I said, I highly encourage everyone to get on board.
And something else that strikes me about the Power Rangers too, and the way that they went about it, is sort of like whenever they were coming to the end of that last run, the combined run, they did the stuff with Ranger Slayer, and there was a lot of build up about Draken and that reality that he's from.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they flipped it over and did the relaunch, they really, other than Draken being around, they really haven't touched on that too much. So it feels like all of this stuff that they're doing right now is building to something a lot bigger, because I have a feeling like you're going to see Ranger Slayer and those characters come back and play a part later.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. They're really building it up, man. So, like I said, I highly encourage everyone to get on it, because it's a good read, man. It really is. The universe is getting bigger.
For sure. Right. Yeah, and we got, okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and take this one off.
Mighty Morph
Go
to the
ahead and
next
mention
pick.
crossover number 7 for keys. I actually did not grab a picture of this one. I'll be honest, like we were just talking about crossover earlier, and as much as I said that I do love crossover and everything, and I do love Chip Zdarsky's writing.
Yeah.
The whole reason that I didn't put this issue of crossover on is because Chip Zdarsky's writing it. This is a Donny Cates series. Chip Zdarsky's writing this issue, so it feels like right off the rip, this is a filler issue for me. And now I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right.
I thought, okay, this is probably going to be a filler issue.
I mean, what the last issue ended on a.
I mean, there's some cool covers for it for sure.
What are you talking about? It's like just I guess. Yeah.
I mean, they're mostly in the exclusives and stuff like that. Because crossover gets shit tons of exclusives.
They have a Dark Knight Rises variant.
Yeah, so
which is pretty dope.
There's definitely some good covers out there for it. But yeah, personally, I thought it was just going to be a filler issue, and that's why I didn't put it on there. I apologize, Keith. My bad.
It's okay. I'll cry off screen. It's okay.
You know what? I'm still pick it up though. I'm gonna still pick it up. So.
Yeah, I have it pulled, but like I said, I haven't read since like issue 3. I'm still pulling them, but.
Yeah, it's a slow burner. This is a slow burner, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good.
I still like it, but yeah.
All right, and our final new comic book day pick of the week.
Yo. Good luck is all I'm gonna say to everybody here.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, this book is gonna be a problem for people, I believe.
Yep.
110%.
Only 2,500 copies printed.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, if you didn't pre-order this.
I did. I'm not getting it. I know I'm not getting it. There's no way in hell these are even going to hit the shelves. That's my prediction. I think very few will. And to those retailers that actually allow this to hit the shelves, props to you, because sincerely, with such scarcity, I don't see it even coming out. I'm being honest with you.
Well, I mean, if you pre-ordered it, yeah, you should be getting it, man.
No, man, I pre-ordered, I think, 6 copies, and I think my retailer, my LCS was telling me that they got, I think, 3 or 4 copies, not just out of the 6 I ordered, but just in general, that's all they got. So
you should at least get one of them, though, right?
I hope so. That's still up in the air to be determined. But if he wants to keep me around, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be dicey. I pre-ordered this book. As far as I know, I'm still getting my copy. So yeah, it's hard to say. I'm not gonna lie, man. So the way I went about this was knowing that there was a limit on it and knowing that this could happen.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it, but I took the hit on shipping and just pre-ordered it from a bunch of shops.
Yeah, no, but that's totally smart, man.
Yeah, I was like, if I have more shops that I pre-order it from, there's a good chance that I'll end up at least getting one of them from one of the shops.
I heard a lot of people already started getting refunded from online sales and whatnot, so
I could see that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not going to surprise me at all because, like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. If I don't end up getting it, I'm probably just not even going to buy it.
Yeah, well, they already got the second print on FOC.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about it at that point. I'm just I'm good.
But I don't get that logic. Like, what was it behind printing like 2,500 copies for the first print and then second print? Sure, everyone order it. Like, I get it. I don't think you need to test the waters. I think the series Black, maybe not out the gate, but a lot of people are seeking it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that want it. Now, whether it's because it's a hard book to score or people are actually, intrigued, that's a totally different story. But I don't know. I feel like they could have printed more copies. They had tons of time. Like my FOC order, man, I ordered 6 copies, like just to put it out there. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I might take one off you, bro. Shoot.
I don't think I'm getting one.
Yeah, I agree. There's no. It just seems like a bad marketing play to me, and honestly, like it puts me off the whole series. Whenever I can't for something like that, like no, I'm not gonna lie. Like for instance, another one that we talked about last week, Bad Idea.
Oh yeah.
Their stuff was not the easiest stuff in the world to get a hold of, but it wasn't that hard either. Like I didn't have any local shops that I could get it from, but I found any number of online stores that I ordered it from and everything. Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to get any of the buttons or whatever, all that shit. I didn't really care about that too much. The thing with this is, and it's cool. It was sort of like what ended up happening with the Berserker second and third prints. When I have copies ordered, and I end up not getting any of them,
yeah,
because the publisher fucked up that bad, and they can blame it on whoever they want.
Yeah,
but ultimately they're the publisher. It's their responsibility.
100%.
Yeah, I mean that just puts me off of it. And like, I'll be honest, Berserker is another one. Like, I've been picking it up, but I really haven't been reading it since that whole mess. I've kind of lost interest in it.
Because it's an instant turnoff, man. It's like,
it really is.
Well, you're flipping me the bird, I'm gonna flip it back. But yeah, okay, I'm a comic collector. I'm not in it for the spec game. Sincerely, I'm not. I read my books. Now I go and read them online because I started sending them to CGC. You know what I mean? So I do keep my books nice and mint. But every now and then, I do order multiple copies. I'll take a book out, and I just like the feel. You know what I mean? It's old school. It's just good. I remember when I was a kid reading a comic, I loved it, right? But I don't understand the current plan that they have going on here by making it so scarce. Here's 2,500 copies. The whole Bad Idea thing. The Berserker was a big piss off, man. Everybody was trying to just get their hands on one copy. You know what I mean? And it was like, nah. Yeah. Shops were. I saw some shops upselling, man. It was like, come on, man. Like, you're telling me I can't have my copy, but you've got one on eBay. Like, come on.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, it was. I even got second and third print of Berserker, but it was still enough to just irritate me enough that I just really lost lost interest in it.
Yeah, but same thing. It was kind of like, it was a turnoff. Exactly like you said. It killed my interest in the series. But you know what I mean? I do hear it's a good series. I haven't read it again.
It's decent.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go. So just off of that reaction for me, and it's not to bash Berserker. I'm not bashing the book. If there's fans here, fantastic, good, man.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, that whole mess up of what they did, and then the whole thing with the Something is Killing the Children 7th print, 8th print, 9,000th print, that they were making it impossible to get a hand on. I was like, man, I'm not into it.
Yeah, and there's another thing too. Like, a lot of people, one of the things that I heard, okay, and this actually go back a bit, because it happened whenever like the first appearances of Punchline was coming out and everything like that. It kind of went under the radar. A lot of people missed on it and everything like that. And
you're talking about the Hell Arisen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The Hell Arisen. So Hell Arisen was already on my pool list. I was already getting it from my local shop because it's a DC event, so I was on the pool for everything from it. And my girlfriend also has it on her pool list. She gets stuff the same way. Well, when we went to our shop that morning, we only had one copy in our box. And they know that we basically buy our comics separately and everything like that. But they only put one copy in our box, and we're like, what the hell? And they were like, oh well, it's one per customer, blah blah blah, or whatever. And I'm like, oh, but we had this shit pre-ordered way before FOC and everything like that. Like, I should this shit shouldn't be a problem. I should have my fucking copy because I did the research. I put in the time, I did the work, made sure that I had it ordered. At that point, like as far as I'm concerned, it goes on to whoever I ordered it with to try and make sure they get the copy. Unless of course, it comes back like a situation like this where the publisher's just not providing them with enough to fulfill their orders, and it's just not right.
But it's not. That's what I'm saying. Is it's not even fair for the retailers, because the retailers are like they're stuck with like having to figure it out and stuff like that. I remember, like I said, I had an LCS that was the same situation, even with the Something is Killing the Children, that free copy that was supposed to come with Berserker. They had pamphlets inside that were like they had to remove and take out. That became a whole I need a copy with the thing inside the pamphlet. Like, I don't know, it got wild. And just to pull up a comment, because I see Dan mentioning something about like, the market having shifted since, him collecting and whatnot. There you go. Yeah, man, it's become, I don't know, like I said in the last episode, for myself, it's kind of like, I guess since COVID hit, the market really, really changed, man. A lot of people, I guess, were looking for ways to make money or whatnot. I'm not too sure what it is. Sincerely, I'm not going to pinpoint it, but I feel like the scalpers that used to sell tickets for hockey games and basketball games are now in the market of comics. You know what I mean? It's the upselling is just ridiculous. And I think even the retailers that had taken, the opportunity to upsell right out the gate on new comic book day, I get it. You know what I mean? There's a high demand, and I understand, cost and demand. Trust me, I get it. But I just think as a collector, like I said, I just feel like you're robbing people of the hobby, and I totally disagree with the retailers doing that. I think it's fair game if you leave it on the shelf. You close the shop at 6 p.m. You're done. The day is done. Tomorrow, hey, feel free to do as you please, but give the fans the opportunity to pick up their book.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
It is. It feels like a case of like manufactured scarcity, and I don't know. It just at that point, it makes me question the business model, because what's the point behind it? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to limit yourself like that? Because, I mean, it's all great for the secondary market and people that do get copies and they're selling them on eBay and everything like that, because they're selling them at these huge markups and everything like that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really benefit the publisher in any way, other than maybe drawing attention to a book that they can't even sell that many fucking copies of because they didn't make in the first place.
Well,
I don't know that second print though.
Well, the thing is, so that that kind of leads me to question, like, why would you even bother doing some shit like that?
I think.
But then again, who are these people that are selling them on eBay? So
Well, look, I don't know the actual numbers. Okay, so maybe from what I'm gonna give as the benefit of the doubt, maybe Black wasn't so successful, and they tested the waters with a 2,500 copy launch. You know what I mean? I don't know what numbers Black the series did, sincerely. So maybe they came up with this story and they're like, hey, let's do a soft launch and see how it goes. That's the only thing I see as an excuse. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, it's hard, man.
We'll see. Good luck to everybody on getting their copies of this. Hopefully we all get ours and it works out for everyone.
Oh yeah, this is definitely.
I have a feeling that's not going to be the case, but
no, for sure. But it's definitely the book to get this week. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the one to definitely want to bring home if you have copies on the shelf or whatever.
Yep.
And if you see them, snatch them up quick, because I'll probably be on eBay later that afternoon.
And hit me up
for insane amounts of money. All right. Well, that's it for the new comic book day portion. So I guess that just leaves us with our last few FOC picks that we got going on for the week.
Bless up.
And these are all comics that basically will go on FOC. What is it? What is the date that they go on FOC? Basically, like, essentially next week. They go on FOC next week or later. We didn't do the books that go on FOC this week, just because it's basically you're out of time on those.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty much already there. So we look a little bit ahead to give you some of that information. So hopefully you can get your orders in and don't end up in a situation like that last book we were talking about, which is
So just to clarify, what you're saying is that this is going to be the FOC that we should be seeing tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
First book that we got. I love how it like gives me this big pause between when I hit share screen and before it actually pops up. It's so dramatic.
It's beautiful.
I know, right?
Anticipation, buddy. That's what people want.
There we go.
This was actually on this FOC.
Yeah, this.
But hey, I'm willing to talk about this. This looks very.
Fuck it.
We're here
because it's still on the list for whatever reason. Yeah. So I mean, that's a dope ass cover. I'm not really even sure what this series is about.
I know that Bricks was going gung ho over it. He was saying that he was so into it. For myself, I don't know. It looks like a fresh read. Amazing Fantasies have always been around. I mean, anyone who passed up on Amazing Fantasy 15, here we are.
I feel like this cover is a mashup between He-Man and Captain America.
Yeah, I haven't even read up on what this is going to be about. Sincerely, I saw the book. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Number one, click. But
I don't even know what I'm looking at, bro.
I mean, he's riding albino battle cat,
right?
That's literally
American Shield.
That's literally how I wanted to show up at my wedding, but I wasn't allowed.
Shoot,
I don't see why not. Is that a scroll?
Right? That's what I don't know.
That may be a scroll on the cover. So we got a battle cat, Captain America shield, and a fucking scroll. Yeah, they're just throwing everything out there and seeing what sticks.
I don't know a damn thing about it, but this is epic.
Yeah.
I'm with Pacino on this because all the cover Bs are like old school style, and I absolutely love them.
Yeah, I'll probably be grabbing those too. Actually, don't have a picture of that one, but I'm gonna pick it up. It's a new series from Marvel, so of course I'm gonna grab it. You have no idea what it's about really, and just buy that cover. I don't even care. It looks like it's gonna be fun. Whatever it is, it looks like it should be fun.
I'm down for fun time.
Right? Now the next book that we got. Now I don't know. You guys may not have this one. This was one of my picks, but this is a new series coming out, and shit, I can't remember.
What the hell is that?
I cannot remember right offhand. Oh man, 1 second.
Man, when's this drop?
Damn, it's on FOC. I can't remember. I'm trying to read the name. I can't make it out.
What's gonna be
the writer and everything like that. But yeah, this is a new series that's coming out called Cinnamon Number 1, and I don't know, like. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I gotta check it out. It looks cool. It looks a little out there. I don't want to say that there's similarities to Stray Dogs because I don't think the premise is the same at all. But kind of gives me, I guess, that sort of feel, I guess, in a way. In that. Basically, what this comic is, it sounds like, is you're basically living it's everyday life through the perspective of a cat.
Oh,
And the way that the cat sees things. Yeah, like, so like counters in the kitchen are like skyscrapers, stuff like that. The mice are like biker gangs and shit, like you know what I mean?
okay.
Like, so a little out there take on the daily life of a cat, I guess.
Yeah,
And,
I feel like my wife would enjoy this.
Right. I mean, bro, you got the cat there wearing the leather jacket with the baseball bat, looking like a badass. I was like, okay, I gotta pick this up.
like a Garfield Negan or something.
Right.
That's the vibe I'm getting. Crazy.
Negan field.
I think you sold me on this. Sold.
Yeah, it looks hilarious. So, yeah, I'm picking it up. Hopefully, it's every bit as hilarious as I want it to be, and it's it's one of those books that ends up being a winner. But
I'm with Dan on this one. Like, I really think we finally found a book for my wife, and I'm real happy. I'll be honest with you, I'm having an issue with my neighbor's cat, so I'm gonna pass on this one. But
well, I mean, hey, see, maybe it gets a whole new demographic into comics. It's gonna open up all new avenues of storytelling.
And Bricks, yeah, that cat looks like it has a cat, man.
It does look like the cat
Snarf
does
or
in fact
something.
have a cat. So that, or it's the cat in real life without the leather jacket and the baseball bat, maybe. I don't know.
I want to be that cool. You want to be that cool.
We're gonna check it out for sure. It looks like fun series.
On my end, this is the first I ever hear of it, so I'm gonna probably pick one up for my wife.
Thank you.
And I'm sure Dan will do the same. But just the cover alone, yeah, it's got my interest.
For sure. And there's actually a couple covers for it. So yeah, you'll have to check those out, see which ones you like for sure. Here you go, Keith. This will make you feel a little bit better.
Oh, we got twirly screen. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. That's issue 8 right there, crossover. As Faith said earlier, the 7 looks like a filler issue, or like a story about where all the writers went, because in this universe the writers are kidnapped or killed. So that's probably where the filler is going to be. So I feel like this part 8 is going to touch on the big reveal that happened in 6.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's going to take place. Plus, I love that cover, man.
Like I said though, Keys, I haven't really read anything after issue 3. I know everyone said to pick up issue 6. Is the reveal that big of a reveal? Like, am I? It
changes the game. It changes the game.
Change it up.
Okay.
But sorry, without spoiling it, it changes the game.
And you're saying that this issue is going to reveal more into that?
Yeah.
It looks like it does. It looks like this cover is more back on track with the main story than issue 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cates did that with his Thor run also. He did the initial first arc that was what was it, issues, I think it was 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had issue 7 and 8, which was a back-to-back. It was like back-to-back filler issues with that story of Adam Aziz before he went into the actual next arc. Which I'm gonna be honest, so far this arc on Thor, Prey or whatever, kind of felt like a whole filler arc too. But whatever, we'll get back into the main shit next week.
I'll be honest.
Doing big things over on Venom.
I'll be honest with you. I thought the Prey story arc was pretty good with Donald Blake.
I mean, it was good. It just didn't seem to do a whole lot in comparison with that first arc that we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you're right.
So it was a good story. Just
the first arc was major, and obviously your favorite guy absolutely got annihilated.
That's some bullshit, but whatever.
I know.
But yeah, like crossover, it looks like this is going to be back onto the main storyline. You got the lineup of our main
usual suspects,
participants, so to speak. So, just definitely looking forward to see how that reveal plays out. It did change, the story a bit as far as how big it was. To really answer that, you can only really do it in comparison to like you can't even really compare it to anything because it's so self-contained. I guess
Yeah.
it's big for this story. So,
That's exactly what I want to say.
yeah. I mean, just to look at it that way.
Start of a new arc. If you're jumping back in, I'd probably pick it up here.
Right. Yeah, this looks like it'll be a good jumping on point.
Yeah.
You're convincing me to read the 4, 5, 6.
Maybe 5, 6.
Skip 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 4 is okay.
Wasn't anything crazy. But 6 is the one you want to read.
Go ahead and toss this one over to Keith.
Oh man,
I know
I've never heard of the series.
What is that on the cover there, Keith?
Buddy, I don't even hold up.
Like the head of Ultraman.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like I don't know.
I was hoping you had some insight on that.
I have nothing on this one. I'm sorry, buddy.
It really does. It looks like the head of Ultraman.
Right?
I have no idea what this issue is going to be about, but it's Department of Truth, so I don't even need to know. I'm gonna get it anyway.
I mean, hey, Hawk Harrison is going to be shining in this issue, and that dude is hilarious, man. He is the embodiment of stereotypical America, with a little, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, and see, the thing with Department of Truth is too the setup and the premises of this series just lends itself to dropping bombshells at any moment. Like it could be something that seems completely like a filler issue that turns into a huge reveal just because of how this story goes. You know what I mean? Like it could end up being very important. You might find out Bigfoot is the beast. You know, who knows? And what went from a filler issue turns into a modern Grail overnight. Who knows?
They had that entire issue on the whole, pretty much Men in Black, the Men in Suits like organization there, and you're like, okay, you brush over it because it was like that could be something, right? The fake school shooting one. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, that was a trip.
And this issue, given the cover, just from that glance and everything, it kind of looks like it might fall in the same vein as 10, where it could possibly be, you know, another filler issue. But again, with Department of Truth, I mean, you could still get some pretty big reveals in these issues that may seemingly be unimportant. So, you know, it just stays on my pull list. It's a great story anyway. Probably don't need to tell most of the people that are watching this. They're probably already on it for the most part. So.
Oh yeah.
BC, I'm sure you're picking up, you know, Department of Truth 11, right?
100%. Literally, anytime I see it on FOC, it's like I told you, it's standard now. It's A, B, C, add to cart.
Just all of them across the board.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have faith in the series, man. It's a good series. You can't not want Department of Truth.
Right? I wouldn't sleep on this, man.
For sure, I agree. Easy, and I can just click the little arrow and it moves right over to the next image.
Hey, big things.
I love this book personally for being on FOC. It's the reboot of Icon and Rocket, characters from the Dakotaverse, same universe as Static. And you know, this is just the relaunch of the new series. I believe we're also getting hardware.
We are, but
and I don't think they're not bringing back Zombie or Blood Syndicate, are they?
You know what? They introduced the Blood Syndicate in Milestone Returns, but I don't know if they're getting their own series.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're having a series. The ones that I know of offhand are obviously Static, Icon, and Hardware. You know, I already got Static. It was a solid first issue. It wasn't, you know, huge or, you know, groundbreaking or anything. Kind of felt pretty standard for first issue. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Icon and Rocket. I'm gonna pick up Hardware too. and see where these stories take us and the new take on the Milestone universe. Keith, I know
Oh, yeah.
you were a big fan of Static. Are you picking up any of the other ones?
I will pick up Icon and Rocket. You know what? Originally, like their old, like the first series,
Mhm.
the old days, if you will, I wasn't a big fan, but reading that Milestone Rebirth or Returns or whatever you want to call that. Yeah, I'm going to jump back into this. Just give it a shot because it looks pretty promising.
I'm still waiting on my copy of Static, man. I still didn't receive it.
Oh, you didn't get yours?
Nope.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it's part of my bulk ship, so it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
True.
You ordered
True.
you ordered the team foil variant, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Did you?
No, you're talking about Static 1 where he's like jumping into all electric and foil?
Yeah, shiny goodness.
That's the one.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that issue too. I grabbed the A copy from my LCS, just so I had something, one to read.
But I haven't read it. You guys obviously, Keys, I guess you read it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do we know offhand? Are they doing the team foil variant for this one too?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Right at the moment, if they are doing a team foil variant for this one or not. If they are, I imagine that'll probably be the one most people try and chase down. But the team foil variants, the way that they put the information out there on those makes it sound I guess a lot more rare or difficult to get than what they are. Essentially what has to happen is shops have to order, I guess, 250 of the initial I guess issue, the cover A, B, or whatever, and then they can unlock the ability to order the team foil variants. But it's not a ratio incentive. They can order as many as they want. So like your shops like Midtown, and everything like that, obviously, where they're gonna order shit tons of it. Yeah, for them is those team foil variants, they can get shit tons of them. Bigger shops are usually the way to go on those. Looks like for trying to track those down.
Fair.
I mean, it kind of sucks a little bit because you get limited to the shops that you can select from, and usually the bigger shops tend to have a higher shipping. Not necessarily all the time across the board. If you do your research, you can find some decent ones for sure. But yeah, that's usually the way to go on those. I don't know that there's one coming out for this one or not yet, though. So,
good pick. Underrated.
It was a series that I liked whenever it first came out. Back whenever the original runs were going on and everything. I liked pretty much all of the Milestone stuff from back then.
The writing threw me off a bit back then. I don't know what it was. It seems a little bit better now. That's just me. Not growing up. That's changed.
Oh, what is this?
Something is
Dragon.
so good.
Old Dragon making a cover appearance. I love this cover, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're gonna slip the trade up top, but like that as a virgin is nice, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a great cover, and I think whenever we had initially talked about the arc that was sort of ending with the Archer's Peak stuff, when we had been talking about that over on Newbie Show and everything, I think I had a conversation with Keys back then about how I thought that Old Dragon was going to probably play a bigger role into Erica's origin story and stuff. So getting to see him on the cover, that makes me kind of feel good that he might be taking a more prominent role in whatever the story that they're going on right now is.
Right.
And I like the character so far. Every time he's been in, I've liked him. So something killing the children is pretty much a staple on, like I said, if you're watching YouTube shows or comics, it's probably already on your pull list.
100%.
I know Keys has got it. BC, I'm sure you've got it.
Oh yeah. I only
Anything
missed
you wanna add?
one issue of the whole run, man. And
Right?
I hate to say it, I still don't have it in my PC. I missed only this one, and it was issue 5. It's the one that's the most expensive right now.
Man, I'm missing a bunch, yo. I had to read them through trade. I was
Yo.
like, oh.
But yeah, man, it's standard, always on my pull. It's honestly probably my favorite ongoing series right now.
This and Department
yeah.
of Truth, top 2.
Yep, and I was a bit, curious on the fence a little bit when it came to what we're gonna get now. When the story arc ended, I was like, oh, okay, let's see where we're going. And when they came forth with this origin story, I was like, oh, here we go. Like this is it. It's a good ride. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it really looks like this arc's going to take off pretty well. So,
yep, I really think that
the next issue. Yeah,
everybody should be picking up at least this issue, issue 16. Keep him.
Yeah.
Hang on to those.
What's her name? Adelaide, the new character that dropped in 16, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a whole miniseries right there with just her experiences.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
yeah. Key issue.
3 more books. And this one, it's a series that I'm big on, and Hyper, obviously, our other co-host, is huge on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, he got me back on it, man.
Yeah,
he got me back on it.
It's been pretty great recently.
Yep.
And this the synopsis for it says that it's basically going to be kicking off storyline that's been, I don't know, decades in the making. We'll see. It sounds like it's going to basically lead into whatever the Turtles' next big event's going to be. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty important kickoff to that. Don't know if there's anything in the way of new characters or speculation or anything on it like that. But story-wise, this could be a pretty prominent issue, and there's some couple great covers out there. Obviously, Eastman's going to do a cover. He almost always does on these. So,
oh yeah, I think it's become standard now to always pick up an Eastman. Just keep them. Set it aside. Sure.
And if you're a Turtles fan, this has got to be a pull for you because like I said, essentially it's the lead into whatever this summer's big events are going to be. So, yeah.
I love the cover on the whole chessboard thing. I think it's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It looks like the Rat King is playing a pretty big role in whatever it is. So, yeah, he's not my favorite character, but whatever. We'll see we'll see what he does. Two more books to go.
Oh, snap.
This one, we sort of mentioned the issue 1 earlier. And of course, issue 2 is going to be going on FOC not long afterwards. United States of Captain America #2. And the reason that this one's back on here for the FOC is because it sounds like almost every issue of this is going to have some kind of a first appearance of a Captain America inspired character. And the thing is, you just never know which ones they're going to catch on.
Right.
So, yeah. Whenever they do stuff like this, it does kind of make it a pain in the ass to try and grab every issue. But when you look at something like Into the Spider-Verse, like that's another good example. You know, how many different versions of Spider-Man and everything got introduced, in that, or I'm sorry, Edge of the Spider-Verse was the one I was thinking of. A bunch of new Spider-Man characters that got introduced. Would have hated to miss that Gwen Stacy, right?
Yo, I hate that I only picked up one copy, man.
Right. The thing is, you just never know. I mean, it's one of those things. So.
Yeah, but that's it, man. Like back in the day when I was reading these, like I was not, like I said, one to really spec on things and whatnot, and I was just reading it. And then when I read that issue, I was like, oh, yo, this is cool because the death of Gwen Stacy is like iconic in ASM, sorry, and it's just when I saw her come back as Spidey in another universe, and it's Peter Parker who is dead, and I'm like, man, this is cool. Let's see where this goes. I didn't think it was gonna hit the way it hit now. Like the book's like, I think a 9.8 is going for like $2,000 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
absolutely crazy.
It's up there.
Yep.
I mean, and that's usually one of the reasons why I grab those is because, I mean, it kind of sucks that you have to grab them all, but you just never know.
Yep.
It's true. Is it Nichelle, right? Captain America of Harrisburg or whatever. I don't even know where that is, but hey.
Yeah, I'm not sure which new version of Captain America we're getting in this issue. We are getting some kind of new.
It's Nichelle.
Sounds like so. And Nowhere Bound, appreciate it. Thank you. Good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Probably because I'm lit. Whatever. What are you gonna do? All right. So last one for the week, and this is another one that you guys were discussing earlier. Another issue 2. He's gonna get real excited.
Uh-oh.
Am I though?
Yeah.
Am I though? Swirly thing.
Oh yeah.
Why did they put Cletus Cassidy on their cover?
Yeah. That's actually what I thought too, man. I was like,
It's pretty accurate.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Look, I don't know much about this Doug Wagner who wrote this, and it's only issue number 2, so it's kind of early in the game.
Yep.
But I thoroughly enjoyed issue 1, man. It was fun. It was different. It was creepy. It was funny. It was creepy again. Like, it had friendships. It had everything you needed.
Yep. It's honestly, you pretty much summed it up perfectly. I just feel like it's eerie. It's like it's got that whole psycho murderer thing going on, but like in a weird way, funny too. And it's just like, I can't wait to see where this goes. Personally, I have no idea who these kids are or whatever this Cletus Cassidy is on issue number 2. I don't think I saw them in issue 1, so I assume these are new characters.
They're probably like inbred twins from that Sunflower cult, man. It's my guess. Like,
possibly,
just kind of creepy vibes.
Yeah, but if you guys, like I said, I can't stress it enough. If you didn't get on vinyl 1, go pick it up. I'm sure it's still on shelves in some shops, man. Go grab it because it's gonna be a wild ride. I think it's only 5 issues too, so
it's worth a leaf through. I'll be telling you, it is totally worth a leaf through, man. Just check it out.
For sure. Like I said, I'm definitely checking it out. After the show, like I'm a little behind on reading it, but you guys have convinced me that I'm gonna have to check it out for sure.
You're gonna have some
on my pull list, so
yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. I know you will.
Oh yeah.
I was definitely picking up the rest of the issues, but I kind of disappointed that I haven't already got to read it now.
I mean, especially the way that like horror and creepy-ish comics are going. Like, yeah, I'll check this one out
for sure. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. That's the show for this week.
Awesome.
So, where is Dan's Blue Wrench? That's actually a good point. I'm gonna actually have to get on that. There's a few people that I need to hook up with their blue wrenches and get them fixed as soon as I can on all that stuff. But I'm kind of a slacker.
If Hyper's lucky, we might give Hyper one.
Hyper definitely got to get one. You got to get one. I've been promising it to him for a minute, and I just haven't been on the whole YouTube thing to actually do it. Whenever I'm on through this, it's always through StreamYard now. So
guys, I'm so green. I have no idea what the hell a blue wrench is. So enjoy your blue wrenches, guys.
yeah. We got to get BC a blue wrench now too.
I don't even know what I can do.
Chat moderator. You can give people spankings in chat and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah, put them on a timeout.
Good times.
Remove their comments.
All right, so Pacino, I'm coming for you.
That's it.
Marcel, I'm coming for you. I know, that's cool, man.
For sure. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this and go ahead and just put the announcement out there that we are me and Dan have been talking. We're gonna have Dan on a future show as a guest with us at some point. We just gotta work out the logistics with it.
That's blessed.
Yeah, I don't know how much guarantee we can get with that, but it sounds like he's committing nowhere bound too. So, but so yeah, that's definitely something that we're gonna be having going on in the future, and you know, we definitely got more stuff down the road, some more giveaways, do, you know, a little bit of channel growth here and there. So we'll see. But we appreciate all you guys tuning in with us again this week, and we'll let you get out of here. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Later, guys.
That we will.
Thanks,
See you,
guys.
Farmy.
Peace.